I'm mentioning that detail, and the ones that heard it from me, they know it, and they're upset about it, and they don't know what to do with it. Do you know that Moshe Rabbeinu, that man, was rejected from his family? He was forced to live among the Egyptians, and he was always threatened and was not allowed to join the Jewish people, the Israeli people in Egypt, to assist them, even though he wanted, because his heart was pure and he always wanted to help, but he was forced not to. And then when one day he stood and fought an officer and buried him in the sand and killed him, people started talking Lashon Hara, bad things about him, and telling and told Pharaoh that Moshe killed an officer and that Moshe is a traitor to the Egyptian nation, and he was like, there was a verdict for him to be executed. And then he had to run away from Egypt, and he ran to the desert alone, barefoot, running to the desert, disappearing between the mountains of the desert. And over there he was captured, he was caught, and he was thrown to a pit, to a hole, to a dry well in the desert by Jethro. That in that time Jethro was yet not his father-in-law, yet was not family to him. In that time Jethro was one of the advisors of Pharaoh. And because that he was scared that Pharaoh will suspect him to hide Moshe, he threw Moshe to a prison cell underground, to a dry well, and for over 10 years Moshe was in that prison. After 10 years, that only Tzipporah, the daughter of Jethro, was coming every day, and she would bring down water and bread for Moshe to have something to eat. And every day when she came, she heard him praying, and when she left, she heard him praising Hashem. After 10 years, she came to her father. She was a little girl when Moshe came. And she was taking care of Moshe without knowing him, without ever speaking with him. She was just bringing down food and drink to him. After 10 years, she came to her father and told him, "Father, do you know that that man that you threw to the prison 10 years ago is standing there and praying until today? He didn't stop praying." Jethro was terrified. For what he was terrified? For himself. He said, if there's a person that is standing and praying for 10 years and I made his life a mess, I'm in deep problem. I'm having an issue here. When he heard that Moshe is a master of prayer and praying, because he was a servant of all kinds of idol worshipping. He was a magician. He was one of Pharaoh's Khartoumim, one of his main magicians, and he knew the powers of prayer. He knew the powers of godliness, and he was terrified. So he took Moshe out and started talking to him and saw a huge man standing in front of him.